Good morning, you guys. I decided to make some homemade granola on this day, and this is an apricot and almond granola that is so easy to make. The full recipe is going to be written out in the video and also in the description box below, but you want to make sure that you use old-fashioned oats, and then we're going to add cinnamon, allspice, and sea salt. If you don't have allspice, you can use a little bit of nutmeg, but I highly recommend getting allspice because I use it in a ton of recipes and it is so good. Mix that all together, set it aside, and then here's a little trick. If you have just enough almond butter in the jar, you don't have to dirty up another bowl. You can just go ahead and mix all of your wet ingredients right in the jar, and this will help you get every last bit of almond butter out of the jar so that nothing goes to waste. We're going to combine those together, and then we're not going to add any of the other things yet. We're just going to go ahead and let this toast in the oven. I like to flatten it out, scoot in the edges so they don't burn, and bake for 10 minutes. This recipe is great for meal prep, and it's a great back to school kind of end of summer, early fall recipe. It's got those really nice warming spices like cinnamon and allspice, and here I'm just gonna stir it all up and then add some walnuts and let it toast again for a couple minutes. So you get the toasty walnuts, a little bit of cinnamon, and it just has this kind of cozy, comforting vibe without being full on fall baking. So it's a great kind of transition recipe, and I love that it has a good amount of sea salt in it. So it has this really buttery flavor without being too sweet, nice and crunchy, and I love serving it like I did on this day with some warmed up frozen cherries and yogurt. This granola adds a great crunch on top of the yogurt bowl, and then I finish the granola with these sweet, chewy apricots and some crunchy hemp seeds, and this is such a nice breakfast. Like honestly, I could eat this every single day of the week and be happy. So many great colors and textures and just truly delicious. Good morning, guys. I'm just getting ready to go out, and before I leave I'm going to wash my engagement ring, but I wanted to show you how I clean my jewelry because I mentioned that I went to the jeweler to get it resized a couple months ago now, and I said I would show you what she taught me when it comes to cleaning jewelry because she looked at it and she was like, you should probably be cleaning your ring like once a week, and you can use this method for all of your jewelry, and it's really, really easy. So I'll show you how I do that. When she first showed me this method, I thought it was going to be too easy to really be that effective, but then she did it and my ring looked brand new. So all you do is take a bowl of water, a very, very soft toothbrush. I have one that I use specifically for this purpose, and some dish soap. You want to use a degreaser, like a really good degreaser. The concentrated dish soaps work even better. Then you're going to let the ring soak for 5 minutes, and then you want to brush it, but not just the top. You really want to go underneath because that's where all those little nooks and crannies are, and really taking the time to carefully brush the sides and the under part of the ring will really allow it to get super bright. Then you're going to soak one more time and dry with a lint-free cloth, and it will look brand new. My camera actually had a hard time picking up on this, like it wasn't focusing, but as you can see, it's nice and clean. Basically today I'm going to get my hair cut, which I'm really excited about. I had a very short bob that was kind of cut into all one length, and as it's grown out it's just very kind of thick right around here and feels very heavy, and I feel like I just need to cut some movement into it, get some layers going, kind of thin it out a little bit so that as it grows, if I'm gonna grow it out, I don't know if I'm gonna grow it out, but I just need it to fall a little bit better because I have straight kind of medium thick hair, and when it's cut all in one blunt chop, it just hangs very heavy. So I'm gonna try to get some movement into it so it can kind of grow out and just feel a little bit lighter, and like I don't have to really style it too much. It kind of looks good even if I air dry it. So that's what we're gonna go do first, and then I really want to go to Anthropologie because I know they have a lot of cute stuff right now. There's a Target nearby, there's also that natural grocery store that I love. All these places I kind of planned on going today. However, it is 97 degrees and it feels hotter than that, and I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to walk around and like be doing errands and stuff in that kind of heat today. So we'll see. We will see what the day brings, but definitely starting with a haircut, and I'm so excited. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and I will show you what it looks like when we're all done. I really intended to vlog more, but I always get shy vlogging in public, especially if other people are around, so this is all I got. But when I got home that night, it was one of those perfect summer evenings where it was still light outside until dinner, but it was dark and gray and stormy and just very cozy weather, so I decided to make a nice cozy dinner to go with that. The first thing that I did was I went ahead and I soaked some cashews, and then I de-stemmed some kale and I cut that into ribbons and then gave it a good wash. After that, I put it in a pan and then I sauteed it with a little bit of garlic powder, salt, black pepper, and olive oil. And then for the main event, I decided to make my cheeseburger hamburger helper recipe, which is one of my favorite ways to get extra veggies in when you still want something that's like comforting. So I just went ahead and I cooked the noodles in broth, which is really key when you're making hamburger helper from scratch. Then I took some frozen butternut squash, which is going to be the base of the sauce, and I just added the sauce ingredients, which include some almond milk, the soaked cashews, spices, this is onion powder, a little bit of cayenne, and some salt and pepper. Pour that over the noodles, add your vegan ground beef. I actually used vegan chorizo on this day and it was delicious. And then the finishing touch, the real thing that makes it taste like a cheeseburger hamburger helper, is to add some pickle juice right at the end. But you want to do it at the end so it stays really nice and zippy and fresh and doesn't cook out and get kind of sour. And this was dinner. It was so hearty. You can see it's like literally steaming. It was so hearty and comforting, but packed with veggies, packed with great nutrients. And every night this week, we've been watching the Paris Olympics while we have dinner. And it's just been so fun. My favorite events right now are definitely gymnastics and running, but comment below and let me know what your favorite ones to watch are. So this is my new hair. I feel like I still need to practice styling it a little bit, but I really had fun today because I used a straightener to create waves, which I've never done before. I used to have the wrong straightener, like it was a flat wide straightener and not the one that you can make curls with. But I think I told you guys in a video recently that my whole under sink area totally flooded. So my blow dryer, my straightener, my curling iron, everything was soaked, and I was trying heatless curls, and I'm gonna keep practicing because I do think there's a way to do that. But I did get a straightener that is both a straightener and something you can use for curls, just to create a little bit of texture, and it was really fun. I haven't done my hair in a long time because I just have been letting it air dry, and I like that too. I do that most days just because it's easy, but this was really fun. So anyway, I'm in my office right now because I just got an email from the web developer who told me that even though my website right now, if you look at it, is the same old website that it was before, there is a staging website that she created where I can go and see the new blog and see how that looks with my photos, my recipes. And if you don't know, my blog, nikkivegan.com, is really the place where I keep most of my recipes. It's where you can find links to my Instagram and my videos and my cookbook and my cooking class and all that kind of stuff. I want it all to live there in one space. You guys can always go there, just take a look around, check it out, get some new ideas and new inspiration. And it's just something that I really love to do. I love writing, I love taking photos, and I love making videos. And so all of that is going to be there for you guys. And so I really want to make it perfect. And I wanted to thank you guys for telling me which color scheme you liked best last week. I asked you if you liked the warm color scheme or the cold color scheme, and I really like both of them. I created both of them and I like both of them, but it was really helpful to hear your feedback and your opinions, and it was just great to kind of get to interact with you guys that much. So I really appreciate you guys taking the time to chime in last week. It was really helpful, and I can't wait for you to see the final result. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started on working on that. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in a video very soon. Bye.